members of the Special Security Force, SSF, saying that the force would be outfitted with more modern equipment to overcome the challenges of time. SSF is in charge of security of very important persons of the state as well as foreign guests, she added. The Prime Minister said this while addressing the 32nd founding anniversary of SSF at her office today. She said most of the foreign leaders who have visited Bangladesh have praised the SSF's sincerity and dutifulness. Sheikh Hasina said security of VVIPs is a major concern across the world because of global terrorism and militancy. It is more challenging for Bangladesh due to the politics of killing, coups and conspiracy and competition for capturing state power, side-by-side activities of the anti-liberation force, she added. In addition, she said new technologies are being used by terrorists and militants for destruction, and that is why providing security is always a challenging task. Sheikh Hasina said since its inception, SSF has been providing security by overcoming all challenges and difficulties. The Prime Minister urged the SSF members to remain careful so that party men and her visitors are not harassed while she is given protection. Sheikh Hasina said her government is striving to build the country as a dignified one to reach the benefit of independence to every house up to rural level and to improve the living standard of the people. Noting that Bangladesh must go ahead keeping pace with the world in all fronts, she said as a political party, Awami League is constantly working for performing its duties. Keeping in mind the future of the nation, Sheikh Hasina said she returned home after Bangabandhu's brutal killing despite having risk on her life. SSF Director General Major General Muhammad Shafiqur Rahman also spoke on the occasion. Later, Director General of SSF handed over a beautiful painting to the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has urged the United Arab Emirates UAE to invest in the special economic zones of Bangladesh. The Prime Minister said this when newly appointed Ambassador of United Arab Emirates Syed Mohammed Al-Meiri made a courtesy call on her at the Prime Minister's office today. The Prime Minister welcomed the new ambassador in Bangladesh and assured him of giving all support in discharging his duties. Sheikh Hasina recalled Bangabandhu's visit to UAE in 1974 and his personal friendship with UAE's father of the nation, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, saying the visit had laid down the foundation of Bangladesh-UAE relations. The envoy informed the Prime Minister that major business groups of UAE are keen to invest in Bangladesh and he would work for promoting further the relation between the two countries to take it to a new height. The envoy said his country wants to continue cooperation in various sectors with brotherly country Bangladesh. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said her government is in dialogue with Myanmar over the Rohingya issues, but Naypyidaw still remains in a complete inactivity mode. Myanmar agrees on everything but doesn't act on anything, she said when visiting President of Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Advocacy Organization, Kerry Kennedy, made a courtesy call on her at Prime Minister's office today. Prime Minister's Press Secretary Ihsanul Karim said they mostly discussed the Rohingya issues. The Prime Minister said the Rohingyas are a huge burden on Bangladesh. The common people have voluntarily come forward to help the Rohingyas, though they are losing their cultivable land, plants and forests. People of Bangladesh also had faced the same suffering in 1971 during the War of Liberation, the Prime Minister recalled. Sheikh Hasina said biometric registration of the Rohingyas has been done and they have been given identity cards. The government is also preparing a place for relocating the Rohingyas where they would be able to live in better condition, she said. Kerry Kennedy told the Prime Minister that the purpose of her visit to Bangladesh was to see the plight of the Rohingya people. She said she also visited Rakhine state of Myanmar but saw no infrastructure or shelter to take back the displaced Rohingyas from Bangladesh. The security of the Rohingyas is very important on their return to Myanmar, she added. Prime Minister's daughter also noted autism activist Saima Wajid Hussain, Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister Mohammad Najibur Rahman and Prime Minister's Office Secretary Mohammad Sajjadul Hasan were also present.
Bangladesh will not allow its soil to be used for any terror activities, particularly against India, as Bangladesh shows zero-tolerance policy to terrorism and militancy. Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal made this commitment while briefing reporters after the talks with his Indian counterpart Rajnath Singh at the Secretariat today. The two ministers co-chaired the meeting. Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal led 13-member Bangladesh side, while Rajnath Singh led 9-member delegation of his country. The two ministers also witnessed the signing of the revised travel arrangement RTA 2018, amending the earlier RTA 2013 for further liberalizing the visa regime between the two countries. Under the agreement, 5 years multiple entry Indian visa would be issued to freedom fighters and elderly citizens of Bangladesh, and enhanced duration for employment and student visas. The 6th Bangladesh-India Home Minister level talks decided to work in closer cooperation to ensure a crime-free border, training of policemen and combating militancy. The Home Minister said India extended all types of support to Bangladesh as sought by Bangladesh to counter terrorism and militancy. Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal said the Rohingya issue came up in the talks when his counterpart conveyed India's commitment to extend their assistance for safe, speedy and sustainable return of the forcibly displaced people to Myanmar's Rakhine state. Earlier, Indian Home Minister Rajnath Singh visited Bangabandhu Memorial Museum. The Indian High Commissioner in Bangladesh, Harshvardhan Singha, and Chief Executive Officer of Bangabandhu Memorial Trust and Museum, Masura Hussain, were present. Later, he signed the visitor's book. The Home Minister was given unfinished memoirs of Bangabandhu and Karagarer Roznamcha. The Indian Home Minister paid tributes to the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, by placing wreath at his portrait. Later, he visited Dhakeshwari Temple in Dhaka and offered his prayers at the temple. Rajnath Singh also exchanged greetings with leaders and was apprised of the activities of the temple. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said that the BNP men, by dumping Section 7 from party constitution in a midnight coup, have betrayed the party itself. He said this emerging from a meeting of Awami League Presidium at the party president's Dhanmondi political office today. Awami League Joint General Secretaries Dr. Dipu Muni and Abdur Rahman, Office Secretary Dr. Abdul Subhan Golab, Publicity and Publication Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood and other central leaders were present. Citing time and tide wait for none, Obaidul Qadir said election will be held in due course following the Constitution. He further said all preparations are complete for the civic reception to the Prime Minister on July the 21st at the Sohrawardi Uddan. Marking the occasion, photographs of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina from her childhood till date will go on display from morning till evening at the Sohrawardi Uddan on July the 18th.
Commerce Minister Tofal Ahmed has said if the present export growth of Bangladesh continues, the country's export will cross $60 billion by 2021 and $100 billion by 2041. The minister said this while addressing the National Export Trophy 2014 to 2015 distribution ceremony organized by the Commerce Ministry and Export Promotion Bureau of Bangladesh at Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital today. Held with Commerce Secretary Subhashish Bose in the chair, the ceremony was also addressed by FBCCI President Mohammad Shafiul Islam Mohiuddin, Vice Chairman of Export Promotion Bureau Bangladesh Bijoy Bhattacharya, and President of Parliamentary Standing Committee on Commerce Ministry Mohammad Tajul Islam, among others. Tofail Ahmed said the interests of exporters and traders will be protected in the upcoming import and export policy to ensure a business-friendly atmosphere in Bangladesh. A total of 63 companies were awarded trophies for their extraordinary contributions to the country's export sector in the fiscal year 2014 to 2015. Health and Family Welfare Minister Mohammad Nasim has said that no political party can exist without taking part in election. He also said that people will not cast vote for anyone who create anarchy in the name of political program. Mohammad Nasim said this while sharing views with field-level officials of Family Planning Division in Sirajganj today. Ghazi M.M. Amzad Hussain MP, among others, spoke on the occasion. Mohammad Nasim said 14-party alliance will work unitedly in support of pro-liberation forces in the upcoming election in 3 city corporations. Later, the health minister exchanged views with physicians and officials of Shohid M. Mansoor Ali Government Medical College and Sheikh Fazilatunisa Mujib General Hospital. An evaluation meeting of implementation of Annual Development Program ADP of the Information Ministry was held at the Secretariat today. Information Minister Hassanul Haq Inu chaired the meeting. He issued directives for all concerned for proper implementation of ongoing projects of the Information Ministry. Information Secretary Abdul Malik, Principal Information Officer Kamrun Nahar, and Managing Director of Bangladesh Shongbat Shongsta Abul Kalam Azad, among others, were present at the meeting. The meeting discussed progress of 11 projects of the Information Ministry approved in amended ADP of 2017 to 18 fiscal. Now news on weather. Maritime ports of Chattogram, Cox's Bazar, Mongla and Paira have been advised to continue hoisting local cautionary signal number 3. I repeat, signal number 3, as the low over Northwest Bay and adjoining area intensified into a well-marked low over the same area. In a warning message, Met Office said the low is likely to intensify further and move in a northwesterly direction. Under its influence, squally weather is likely to